This is a red squirrel project sanctuary, a breeding program.
Yeah.
And we're somewhere down next to Craigavon. So that I'll not say anything more. So I'm going to be videoing what's going on here. Right? Go you on ahead.
So this is us over here.
What's the nest? What would go into that nest box?
There is long-tailed tits in the minute at it, but it's a big hole.
It's a big hole.
Yeah.
What about the spotted woodpecker?
I've had him show up and I've got him on camera.
He would go for...
That's why I don't want to encourage him.
No, he's a bad devil, so
but
he
he's
is.
been here, but there was a wee set of... Oh, it's gone now, whatever it was. Something scuttled across the path down there.
Probably a rat.
A bit bigger than a rat.
Oh, right. Oh.
No, we have a feral cat too.
Oh, a feral cat.
Something dark and shadowy.
So
this is our Silverwood Squirrel Sanctuary. This is where we.
This is the title of
February 29. This area used to be called Silverwood, and we notice up just about some of the behaviours you might see and why you might see them.
Right.
But come on ahead.
This is a real privilege for me to get in to see this.
She's on the top of the tree in the middle, on the back of the tree. This is the best time of the evening to come. There's a big old oak tree in there, and she's round on the back of it.
Boys, I can't see her at all.
No.
I'm stupid.
Come this way.
This is the big female.
I think it was. It's actually the young male.
Oh, right.
But you'll just see his bum through the top of there.
Can you see?
Well, I can't.
I can't see a thing. I'm stupid.
You just watch the top of that tree and you'll see it in a wee minute.
Boy, you've got it well fenced, boy.
Yeah.
Because these boys would get out so easily.
Yeah, we'd be very, very careful. Now, just up on the top of that log, I'll close this one and then I'll let you in a wee second. What you put there, Tom?
Still can't see.
No, I'll show you now. Like if you think of a rabbit with a white tail, they'll flash their white tail and they flash their white tummy. Yeah.
Wow.
And he will stay there doing that until we leave sight.
So that's an alert?
That's an alert. Do you know, like a rabbit flashes
an alarm.
He is telling every other squirrel in the trees there's something here that we need to be careful of.
Right.
And then he will wait until we leave. He'll bolt in the house. I'll take you to the other cage. We'll see if the boys are out.
Brilliant.
We'll leave him there because he'll just continue to do it.
He's doing acrobats.
Yeah. It is. So you don't like it to be recorded. But it's their natural. It's their alarm system. If you're up in a tree, up high and you're doing that in a branch, anybody, whether they're above or below, will see that white flash and that tells them, right, something's about. Is it a hawk? Is it a what?
Yeah, sure.
And they'll bolt down.
Get her all right. Don't you worry.
She likes to lie up and look out.
There's the female looking at us.
Now I'm hoping that she'll nest in there, you know, and they do seem to have a bit of a relationship. You'll see them about with each other, and I'm hoping that she'll
look into that.
Very placid, very calm.
Look into that camera and tell me what I'm seeing here. Is there ears there?
That's her ears.
Up on the left hand
side. At the top here and here, there's her wee eyes, and her nose is right at the front.
Right. See that?
She's just sitting with her face right on the, leaning on the wood.
That's right. Even though the bars are there.
Yeah.
There's the wee female red squirrel sitting in having a wee snooze and watching us. And probably saying bad things about us.
After wildflowers, we name all our boys after trees.
Okay. So this is Poppy, and the other boy that was doing the somersaults, he's called?
Ash.
Ash. Jolly good.
Poppy and Ash.
How many of these breeding sanctuaries are there in Northern Ireland?
There's two. Only two.
So there's one here in Craigavon and there's one
in Belfast Zoo.
In Belfast Zoo.
Belfast Zoo.
Right.
We are we are expanding slowly. We're still investigating, we're still looking. We've had good releases. We've had, I think we've had 4 or 5 come out of here. The zoo has had them out. But like all projects, you know, you have to be sure you're doing it right before you expand.
But surely with the, you know, the fragile state of the red squirrel, there should be other projects like this. Is it all about money?
It's no, it's about getting it right. Plenty of people come looking, but if you don't have that knowledge, or you don't have the right site, or you don't have the right equipment or the right place, you could end up with a real problem putting a wild animal into too small a cage, you know, or putting it into an inappropriate cage and it escaping, and then you've lost it.
It's very, very spacious here now.
It has. This is what we're sort of recommending. Sort of 3 meter cubes. 2 of those and runs for them to bounce through.
Across,
yeah. So that they have the site, they have the space, they have the feeders, 2 different feeders in different positions. But it would be one of those things where, depending on how this site gets up, I mean, we haven't actually had young here yet. You would need to see how successful that is before you start introducing, because every time you do, you have to take something out of the wild to propagate it and build it up. So
do you reckon that there are people watching you to see how successful this is?
Well, I'm part of the Northern Ireland Red Squirrel Forum. We had our last meeting here, so every Red Squirrel group sent a representative down for the meeting. They were all brought down on site. They were all shown the site, saw the squirrels. But yeah, I mean, you have to be very, very clear and careful and make sure that it's being done right.
This is the exploring area for youngsters.
You follow their routes.
Woodcraft and all the rest of it.
Talk about like the grandmother tree.
Enjoying nature.
And when you're here, you follow the tree rules. This is it. Flat places, slow movement. When you come in here, we do with our bird feeders up. This is where the woodpecker was.
Right.
I've never seen a woodpecker.
We ran. Yeah.
I've never seen a woodpecker yet.
Well, he was a boy.
And my mates have all seen it.
Yeah. Well, there's the camera stand that we stick it on to, and if I put the food out, he'll be in the day or two to pick it out. So he's a boy, and then we thought maybe he might bring the chicks along to the feeder, and then I'm thinking I don't really want them.
They've introduced wild garlic here, and bluebells, and foxglove, and all sorts of bits and pieces. And there's a camera trap up to what's the birds or the mammals that come in round here.
There is a hive here, yeah. So go and have a look at it. There's some artwork from the high school in it. It's a bit dirty, but
this is amazing. Every primary school should have access to somewhere like this.
Oh no, I need to check that sign out because the foxglove isn't there. Just watch, there's a lot of nettles. So come in here and I'll show you the pond. I'd trim a tree down because it was overgrown. So with wee black currants starting to come on, they're red currants actually, but they do really well down here for whatever reason.
You have a wee pond.
So there's quite a big pond. If you work your way on round to there, probably see the edge of it there. There's a load of now the flagpole iris, the yellow flagpole iris is all out, and all the wee purple ornamental irises are out. But that's about 1 metre deep.
And frog spawn.
Ah yeah, 21 species in the pond.
Wow.
We've had frog spawn every year. Come the winter, this all dies down. It's just a big open hole, and you've got your mint and stuff in at the minute. But let me see if you can have a smell of it.
Oh, no sense of smell.
Oh.
And nearly all these birds.
Not so much the birds of prey. We've got both sparrowhawks, we've got buzzards, we've got a pair of buzzards across the road, we've had red kites on site.
My goodness.
Long-eared owls, and the wee hobby's not there. There, all the butterflies are there, yeah.
That's marvellous.
Isn't it?
It is marvellous.
288 species.
And these are the invasive ones over
These are
here.
the invasive ones.
These are the ones you don't want.
No. We have
That's the mink.
we have, yeah, there's mink. Well, there would be mink out in the rivers, but the otters out at the lakes keep their numbers down. We know we've had the turtles
The
have been
muntjac.
caught.
Aye, they're a pain.
They've been caught out in Kinnigo embankment.
And they can grow pretty big.
Yeah, they're vicious too. But here on site, our biggest problem is our flatworm. They came in on somebody donated a load of cable reels to us, which was a lovely, and we used them for tables for years. They were brilliant, but there must have been eggs in it.
Yeah.
And we're still, here we are 10 years later still.
And they will kill the regular worm.
They eat the earthworm, but if you watch it, like, they can go a year without eating.
Oh my goodness.
They can go a year without eating, and they can do 10 times their number in a year or something. So
Seriously,
they're a hard one to get rid of. The greys, we get the occasional grey, but not many.
Down here, and I'm about to leave, and not only have we got all that's in the woodland here, but we've also got these allotments, and Dwyer and a few of the other teachers here are totally responsible for this, and of course the help of the kids. And these kids are being changed for good, for life. This is fabulous work that's going on here down in Craigavon, and I wish some of the Belfast schools would adopt a similar stance. Super duper.